boys and girls, and you say hello to me. Hello, Miss Murray. Today, friends, we're going to have a book called Sing a Song. And I bet that you can guess what the book is about just from the title. Do you think maybe someone will be singing a song? Since that's what it says. The song in this book was written by James Weldon Johnson, and we know that this song is 121 years old. And we know that because this is the year 2021, and it was written in celebration of President Lincoln's birthday, which just passed. That was February the 12th. And it was written on to be presented for February the 12th, 1900. So let's do some math. 2021 minus 1900. Well, if we have 2000 minus 1900, that's 100. And 21 minus 0, that's 21. Add the two together. 121 years ago, this song called Lift Every Voice and Sing was written 121 years ago. So our book starts with this young lady, and it says, before you were born, a girl learned a song. Her principal was James Weldon Johnson, and his brother, John Rosamond Johnson, wrote this hymn for a celebration of President Abraham Lincoln's birthday. The young girl wanted to make the school proud. She hummed the song on her way home from school, and she practiced the song while she did her chores. So the dress that she's wearing is something young ladies wore 121 years ago. See, she's got her big apron on, and she's washing the dishes, but she doesn't have a dishwasher. She's got a pan with water in it. She's washing the dishes, and her mother is cooking in a stove that has real fire in it, not like the stoves we have today. On the day of the celebration, February 12th, 1900, she was part of a choir that had 500 voices in it. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open wide, she sang, lift every voice and sing, till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. She kept on singing that song as she grew up. She taught it to her students when she became a teacher. She sang it to her husband as they journeyed on the train. And she sang that song to her baby when she was singing her boy to sleep. It was part of her, and she wanted to pass that song on. And then, you know what? Her little boy also learned that song. He listened to her hum it, and she dreamed of being able to teach again in her new home. He heard his daddy sing it when the days working at the steel mill made him tired. And that little boy also sang it with a large group of people. He stood in the choir and gazed at the glowing faces, back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, he sang, let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Then that little boy grew up and he became a soldier. And he went off and he fought in World War II. And when he came home, he saw signs like this in the windows. The sign said, "We cater to white trade only." And that meant that even though he was a soldier, he couldn't go in there into that restaurant and eat because the skin on him was a darker color than white. But he kept on singing, and he sang when he came back, and he sang when he joined the NAACP, and he sang to his daughter when she was a baby. And she grew up. She learned that song, and she sang it in her school. And then the news broke in her school that Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. had been assassinated. And the teacher cried, and sobs replaced the singing, and whispers and silence. Who would lead everyone now? But still the song whispered in the answer, back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, she sang. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. She continued singing that song when she became a lawyer, and she sang it at protests for equal rights, and when she and her friends were in jail. She sang that song in her heart each time she won or lost a case while she was a lawyer. The protests said, "End racism, equal rights, justice for all, I have a dream." That was Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s speech that he gave. "We shall overcome." That was a song. She sang it to her baby boy as she rocked him to sleep because the song was part of her and she wanted to pass it on. And you know what? Her little boy also learned that song. At every family reunion, they always sang that anthem. He saw his pride in his mom and dad, his back straight, head held high, heart and mouth open, he sang, "Sing a song full of the hope that has present has brought us." And he kept on singing. He sang it at his college graduation and when he opened his first business. He sang it at rallies to stand up against racism. He sang it holding his wife's hand at Black History programs and when he rocked his daughter to sleep because the song was part of him and he wanted to pass it on. And you know what? His little girl learned that song, and on another big day, September 24th, 2016, he stood in the crowds of thousands along with the mom and dad and President Obama and the First Lady and generations of the family that rang the freedom bell, a dream born a century ago to honor Black lives and contributions had finally come true. The National Museum of African American History and Culture was finally opened in Washington, D.C. And with the Washington Monument piercing the sky, the little girl stared at the bronze building, majestic as a crown. As bells around the nation trolled in triumph, she heard a voice rising too, clear and strong. It was a song she heard her parents sing. Back straight, head high, heart and mouth open, she sang. Facing the rising sun, our new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won. So that song, Lift Every Voice and Sing, is 121 years old. And even though it's that old of a song, people are still singing it. We're going to hear a group sing it now. Lift every voice and sing. Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the song has become more and more popular and heard because sometimes when you go to football games and baseball games, this song is sung next to our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. So, friends, the next time you hear that song, you're going to know it's 121 years old. It was written for the birthday celebration of President Abraham Lincoln in 1900, and it's still being sung today. Friends, I'll see you next time. Goodbye, boys and girls. Goodbye, Miss Murray. Goodbye, my friends.